Hi everyone, how are you my lovelies? I hope that you have been well this past month. Yes, I come to you with an update of the month of May. My name is Sabrina and my channel name is ladyminstitches. So a lot has been happening this May. I've done quite a bit of stitching. I attended a retreat and yes, I brought a lot of things too. Not only from the retreat but just generally as well. It was just things that just kind of stood out. You know how it goes. It stands out and you buy it and you put it aside to stitch, you know, with the hope to stitch it one day. So this may be a longer than normal video because I do have a few things to show you. I am a bit sniffly today. I don't know whether it's because I had my flu injection a couple of days ago and maybe that's, you know, making my body a bit sniffly. Don't know. So if I pull out my tissue, just a dab my nose. So sorry about that. I will need to stop the video at some stage because my partner will be going to work. So I'll just say goodbye to him. So I'll pause it when that happens. So let the fun begin. I'm going to say, oh yes, of course, welcome all my subscribers and welcome to all my new subscribers. I did get quite a few new subscribers since my last Flosstube. So, you know, I do this for entertainment. I do this so you can see all the things that I stitch. So I am really grateful for all of my subscribers and all of my returning subscribers. So thank you, thank you. It is really, really appreciated. So I got my notes here. If you see me just staring over it, I just got notes because you know me, I'm forgetful. I forget everything. That's just how it goes. All right, so what I think I'll do is I'll start with the giveaway. So let's get that done. I had 2 giveaways last month. So I have got winners for both. I'm just going to put my glasses on now because my eyes are still tearing. I'm going to need to see. So I'm sorry for the glare. There's just nothing I can do. And there's just a bit of a fingerprint on it. So let me wipe that off. We don't want that, do we? Okay, fix the hair, put the glasses on. That's better. Okay. My first giveaway was that design there with all the threads. Now I cannot pronounce, it's quite a long name, so I've written it down. So I'm just going to hold it up. So if this is you, can you please contact me through my Gmail, or you can even contact me on Instagram. Either way, I will receive your message. So congratulations to this person for winning that. I'll have that out in the mail for you. And the next one is this pin cushion, which comes with instructions and a template and everything like that, and a little button. I hope there's a little button, or have I lost it? If I've lost a little button, I'll put a new button in there for you. So this was, the winner for this is Jackie from Cross My Stitches. Love her show. If you haven't watched her YouTube, head over and watch Jackie. She's really lovely. So Jackie, I don't know whether I've lost the, oh no, the button's there. Button's there, it's just over there. So if you could just message me your address details, please, and I'll have that off to you as well. So congratulations, Jackie, on that win. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Vic Stitches. Now, it was the first time that I had attended the Vic Stitches retreat, and that was at around the beginning of May, and it was in Shepparton. I still need to clean my glasses because it's still a bit dirty. And well, it was just wonderful. What can I say? I had so much fun. I met so many wonderful people. The ladies at my table, you know who you are. I'm so grateful. You just made me feel so welcomed, and I'll be coming back next year, and that's for sure. And I met the lovely Laura. Lovely to meet you. And even all the other people, I could go and just say names, but you know who you are. Thank you for being just such a kind person and just making my time there so pleasurable. You would have noticed that I did take photos while I was there, and I've just added them to my intro so you could have a look. I do have we received a little bag of goodies, so I will show you that towards the end when I do my acquisitions, which there are quite a few. So I'll do that towards the end. And yeah, it was just so much fun. It was just so laid back. We stayed at a caravan park, which is a really nice caravan park, and we'll go back there again, definitely. That's what I'll do next year. All right, so let's move on to WIPS. I have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 WIPS and 1 new start. I decided just to do a small new start, something that I will probably finish in another day or two. It was just one that was sitting there, and I thought, now it's time to do it. So I'm just going to put my glasses back on if you don't mind, and I'll show you what it is. It's a really pretty design, and it's a simple design. So I'm just taking it out of the bag because I know there's going to be a glare. So that's it there. So it's called Earth Flower from October House Fibre Arts. Very simple, just really pretty. So that's it there. And I have done quite a bit. Oh, by the way, it's in this bag, which I got from my secret gift, part of the secret gift giveaway at the retreat. And I just love it. So it's sitting in there. I just chose threads that were similar to the pattern, so still in keeping with the color tones, most of the color tones of the pattern. And I think I probably had 2 that were listed that I actually had. So, but I was able to kind of work out different threads and everything. So let's stretch it out. I should have a board here. Do I have a board? Yes, I do. I've made lots of things fall too. I am trying to be organised here. I don't know how successful I'm being, so I'm sorry. But I hope you do have something to stitch on. Let me know what you're stitching on. Let me know what you were doing whilst you were watching me as well. That would be really good to know. So this is what I've done so far. So I've almost completed the border. I just had to move the frame. As you can see, I couldn't quite reach. So I'll finish that today. That there, that I've almost finished, looks like a dragonfly or something like that, as you can see just there. And then I'll work over to finish that beautiful flower, the sunflower. And it shouldn't take too much. And funny enough, you see the initials R and S? Well, my initials are S and R, so I'm actually going to reverse it. So I'm just going to use the same template and just reverse it and do SR. So, and the date that I finish it. So that's my new start. Really happy with it. I just wanted something quick and easy that I could do. I didn't want to start anything too big because I do have a lot of big patterns that are taking me a long time to finish. And I will talk about how I'm going to finish it, and I plan to do a tutorial on finishing this particular project as well. So I will talk about it when we reach the acquisitions, because I have purchased a couple of things for it. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use, but I'm going to do a tutorial, so watch out for that. So that's my new start. Now, my next WIP is Lindy Fisher's Shining Fish. Now that's it there. Let me take it out. There's a bit of glare at the moment. That's it there. That is just beautiful. I love that. This is almost a finish. I probably could have finished it really I could have, but I just wanted to stitch on something else. And I'm actually going to take it out of the hoop because you really need to see it in its entirety. So I stayed at my daughter's for just over a week in the month of May because it was her birthday. My daughter turned 30 and she went away for her birthday. And she asked me if I would look after her dogs because she's got 2 greyhounds, beautiful greyhounds. And I said, of course I will. Enjoy your 30th birthday. It is a milestone. So that's what I did. So I stitched on this. I will finish it. I have got 1 stitching session to do and that's it there. So I just have like 3 fishes to do. Really, I know you're probably thinking, Sabrina, couldn't you have done it? No, I didn't feel like it. I just wanted to move on. But look at that. That is looking so beautiful on that fabric. The fabric just makes everything pop. The colours are beautiful. So 3 more fishes and I'm done with this one. This will be a finish this month. And I'll talk more about my plans this month as well, but I have to finish it this month. For 3 fishes, it would be silly not to. So that's Shining Fish by LadyMinstitches. Such a beautiful, it's such a beautiful verse. Actually, I'll read the verse for those who haven't seen it. I have changed it. Now, I've made some changes to colours and positionings of fish, so it's not exactly like the pattern. And it reads, I have a daughter, I have a son. When one of them lays a hand on my shoulder, shining fish turns suddenly in the deep sea. I'm reading this back to front, so that's okay. So Lindy had it worded just a little bit differently, but I personalised it to actually suit the fact that I have 1 daughter and 1 son. So that's going really well. That will be a finish on my next Flosstube and really looking forward to that. I'm going to be putting everything away as I go. You know the drill, things will get all messed up. Oh, I love this one. I am loving this one so much. It's Stony Creek, The Power of Love. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you, I am stitching Lindy Shining Fishes on 18 count. Picture this plus. Can't quite think of the name. All right, so I'm stitching Shining Fish on 18 count Ada Mystic by Picture This Plus, and I started it in January 20 of 23. And my new start, which is that one there, I'm just stitching it on a piece of 18 count. It's just a piece of 18 count from the stitching spot. So I just chose it because I just like the tones in it. So sorry about that. Now Stony Creek, that's where I keep all my information, is stitched on Moon Jelly by PaddockLaneDesigns. I started this in April of 2024 and I'm using all the cord fall threads that have been suggested by the creator of this pattern. I've been loving this. It doesn't look like I did get very far, and the reason being, you wouldn't believe how confetti heavy these 3 flowers at the top were. That took me 3 days to get it done. So that's where I am at the moment. I finished all of that off, so that is now the bottom. I'm just going to pop that next to it, as you can see. This here, I'm going to come up a bit closer. You see these here, I reckon I used just about every colour that was called for. It was 2 stitches here, 3 stitches there, 4 stitches here, change colour, change colour, change colour. So there was a lot of changing colour, but it's beautiful. I mean, look at it. It just looks amazing. So I know there's a lot of effort gone into it, and it was really like, oh, okay, keep going, Sabrina. But it's beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start stitching. See all the words? I'm going to start stitching on the words so it continues along there, and I'm just going to go stitch, stitch, stitch. So that's my plan for this one here. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. This one is going to get framed. Definitely will. I do have limited wall space, so I need to pick and choose what I'm going to frame. It would be nice to be able to frame everything we do, but it's just not practical to do it. Okay, moving on. The next one is a Mill Hill kit. Now, I was doing M for Stitch Anything M for May, so there are a couple of M's here that I stitched. Not everything started with M, but that's okay. You know, I tried my best. So this is the Mill Hill kit that I'm stitching. Really beautiful. And I've been working down here because I'm kind of trying to get all the dark colours down there done. That's where I've been working. And I got my frame to hold my Mill Hill kit. Look at that. That's a magnetic frame. I got it from Etsy. And I've just had to tell you about this. I'm going to hold up something behind it so you can see it. We'll talk about it. So, I've been eyeing off these magnetic frames. This is, I believe it's 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres, and it fits the 6 by 6 inch Mill Hill perfectly. It's wonderful. I bought it on Etsy, and I'm going to bring this up real close, so if you want to take a screenshot of it, that's it there. So she's on Etsy. She sells different designs, like there are different designs that she has, different sizes, and I had to pay for postage, of course, because I think she's in the Ukraine. I think she's in the Ukraine. But I'm so happy with it. So happy. And I just noticed there's a little bit of, you see, even the back's done. You can just see the magnets. Definitely worth the investment if you have a Mill Hill kit. I am so happy. I just need one. I'm only doing one Mill Hill kit at a time. Fits perfectly because the ends were getting cracked and broken, and you notice I've had to tape the ends so that it wouldn't ruin it anymore. This is just perfect, and I can now hold it, and it's holding the Mill Hill perforated paper just perfectly. So if you're thinking about it, I would say definitely invest in one. It's worth it. So that was one of my purchases, by the way. Okay, moving on. Oh, well, this is another beautiful pattern. The Drawn Thread Garden Gate. I love this one. Now, I started this on the 30th of March of this year. I'm using all the dinky dyes, but I converted all the MPIs to DMC, and I'm using 18 count, I think it's clone or Kyone, I'm not sure, by Chromatic Alchemy. So that's it there. It's beautiful. I did quite a bit of stitching on this. I've actually almost completed the first half of it. So I'm just going to pop this behind it. So that's it there. These are all specialty stitches. Let's go. See all that? It's difficult to do an Aida because I have to pierce, or I have to try and use the one strand of Aida. I managed to do it. It's not as perfect as it would be if it was on even weave or linen, but I still managed to do it. I have a couple more, I think there might be birds just here, but that's half. So the halfway mark is just there. It's just a little bit, this is the middle gate, which just sits, see that middle gate there? That's where I'm up to. that's beautiful. I'm so happy. These are specialty stitches. They were specialty stitches as well, but I managed to do them fine on Ada, and I'm loving that. So I don't think that's going to take very long to finish. It's an easy stitch, and I just kept going. I think when you enjoy stitching something, you just want to keep going and going, and I did with that, and I'm just so really happy with the progress that I made. The next one is another favorite of mine. Ink Circles, Another Year Creeps By, and I have just finished that one there. So I've done all of that, and I'm up to here. And this month I'll be completing that, and that's 2 rows. Now I started this in October of 2023. I'm using Wispy 18 count Ada by an unknown dye. There was no dyer name on the tag, and I'm using all the cord 4 threads. So that's it there. I just enjoy this all the time. I really do. So much fun. Like, it just gets you motivated to do it. Okay, let's fix this up. I got this from a beautiful lady at Big Stitch Retreat. I think Margaret was giving away. I think it was her or someone else now. Well, that's it there. A couple of mistakes on this one. Not that it really matters, but you know, I'm going to point them out because I don't care if I make mistakes. If they're okay, I'll just leave them. I started 1 square too high, so there's 1 square too much here, but you know what? That's okay. You'll notice there are 2 moons. Well, that should have been like that. The reason that's there because I was actually reading the pattern the wrong way, and I started stitching it and the moon's finished. It's like, oh dear, I've been looking at this pattern the wrong way. But you know what? It looks fine, and I'm not even going to change it. I actually think it just looks perfectly fine. So that's it there. Isn't that lovely? I love this. And just using all the cord 4 threads, and there really aren't that many colours, and it's hard to believe how she can create something so beautiful with a limited number of colours. Like, look at that. That's it there. That's all it is. Classic Colourworks. Such a good job. Yeah, enjoying that. That'll be a finish this year. So I'll do another square in the month of June. That's a plan for that one there. Now the next one is the Mirabilia Snow Maiden. Now I started this in October of 2023. I'm using everything that's called for, of course, and it's on a 16 count Misty Zweigart Ada. So that's it there. I didn't do a great deal on her because then I noticed a big mistake, which I am just going to have to sit down and unpick. I'm going to have to unpick it and fix it up. And I just didn't feel like doing it at that moment when I actually realised there was a mistake. Sorry, things are just falling out of the bag. So, and I'll point this out to you. We all make mistakes. It's just how it is. So this is where I am now. So just to give you a perspective, I'm just working on this part of the dress. And this is where I am. I stitched all of that. So that's fine. There's no mistake in that. There's a mistake somewhere here. And I need to work it out. I need to work out where the mistake is. I need to undo all those threads and fix the mistake up. But that's fine. This bit here that I finished is fine. Thank God. I don't know about pulling all of that out, but yeah, I don't know where I went wrong, but I just need to sit down and yeah, go through the pattern, work out where my mistake is and just fix it up. And that's once it's fixed, then it's fine. Then I can kind of continue on working on this, but I'm really enjoying this as well. I do love all my projects. Yeah, I know I'm dropping everything because I've got the table here. When I had the table here in front of me last time, I just felt like I was too far away from you and I needed to be closer. So I decided to have the table on the side, this side here, so I can move closer to you if I need to. Yes. All right, the next one. Callan Manning Sunset. I have finished a page over here. I'm about up to here and that is all that I have left. And this is stitched on 18 count blood orange Ada from the Stitching Spot, and I started this on September 2022, so it's getting a little bit old, and I'm using all of the cord fall DMC. So I'm glad I finished the page, and which means I'm just getting closer to a finish. All right, now which way this goes? This way. I'm just going to fix it up on this board. You know, I made this board a really long time ago, but I keep forgetting to use it. Yes, forgetful, I told you. I think that forgetful needs to be my middle name. Okay, so that's it there. So that's my page finished there. So I have one page, which will take me here, and I have a very small page at the end. It's looking beautiful. I'm looking forward to finishing this. So I will stitch on this month as well. So it'll be, I'd like to stitch on Another Year Creeps By, which I do as a block every month. And this one here to try and get it finished. Just bring it up. Look at the colours. Isn't it beautiful? And I've spoken about my plans on finishing it off, but when I do complete it, I'll just go through those plans again, because I know some of you may not, especially the new viewers may not be aware of what I plan to do with it. But that's something I'll talk about when the time comes. And my last WIP that I worked on is Carnation Quaker, and I love me a Quaker. I gotta say, I love Quakers, so I'm just trying to get the glare off. There, oh, there we go, perfect. So I started this in April of this year. It's stitched on 18 count Ada Country Mocha, and I'm using all the DMC, and I substituted DMC 221 for Weeks Dye Works of Red Rocks. I just liked it a bit more. And Carnation Quaker is the designer is, I'm trying to think of words. Stickerdine von der Weinberg is the designer. I love that. Look at the colours. Oh my God, when I saw that, I just fell in love. This was love at first sight. So, yeah, other things falling all over the place. That's okay, all good. I'll deal with it later. So I worked on this twice whilst I was at my daughter's, and because I just sit down with the dogs. They're so docile and quiet while grandma's there sitting and stitching, and so I decided to stitch on this. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it. That's it there. Isn't it beautiful? Wow. I love the colours. The next one I would like to work on is, you see that one with the pot? That's what I would like to do next. Oh, look at that. And the Country Mocha is just perfect because all of the colours just pop. The lighter colour, the light pink colour. This is going to be beautiful. This one will be another one that I frame. It's definite. It's kind of like, I know when I start whether it's going to go into my finished box or whether I'm going to frame it, and this one will be framed, definitely. It's just beautiful. I just love it. Yeah, just in one of my new bags that I made. It's nice and big, and I can fit, if it's on a Q-snap or a hoop, I can fit it in. Okay, so that is it for my WIP update. So I'd like to talk to you about my plans. Now, I've been thinking about what am I going to do in the month of June. I'm due to go away for just over a couple of weeks with the caravan, and thinking about what shall I bring as well. What shall I bring to stitch while I'm gone? So what I thought is that my kits need some love and attention. So I was thinking, besides the 2 WIPs that I need to stitch every month, which is the Carolyn Manning and the Another Year Creeps by Ink Circles, I plan to stitch on as many kits as I can. So just to try and bring them forward, make some progress on them. Because sometimes they seem to be missed. I don't know, for some reason I just seem to miss my kits and they don't get stitched on as much as they should. So I'm going to show you all the kits that I have in progress that I could possibly stitch on. I may stitch on all of them, I may stitch on a few of them for a longer time, shorter time, it just depends. You know, I always wing it. I always stitch however long I feel like stitching on a particular project and when I feel like stitching on a particular project. So I'm going to go through them all. I have them all here, so I'm just going to move them because I actually ran out of room on my table because I have so much stuff. All right. So the first one I'm going to show you, okay, is my oven kit. And that's it there. And I'm working on the top flower. So this is one of the kits that I would like to possibly work on. I'm using the kit fabric and the kit threads. The fabric is, I believe, is an 18 count Aida. No, this is 16, I beg your pardon. 16 count Aida, but it's a beautiful one. And that's where I am at the moment. So I would just like to actually try and reach the top of this flower here. Because once I've reached the top, I just like to come around and actually finish that flower. But isn't it beautiful? It stands out so nicely on this fabric here. So, Endless Summer by Oven. So that's one of the kits that I could potentially work on. The next one is a Riolas, which is, I was actually going to work on this during the month, but I just never got around to it. And it's on black fabric. It's beautiful, I love it. I love the mood of it. And I just call it Midnight because I don't know what it is, but that's the number there, 1032. So I'm using the fabric, kit threads, everything that it came with. I'll show you where I'm up to with this one. I've got thread hanging down here. So that's where I'm up to at the moment. So that's coming along quite well. It's quite effective. So I'm working my way down. So I'm going to continue. I'll finish off her arm and I've actually started her dress there. So that's the plan for that one there. But this one I need to stitch during the day because it's on black fabric, which I can do even when I'm away. And I can sit outside of the caravan and I can just stitch. I might leave that one there. Now the next one All right, the next one is a possible start. And I've got it in a bag because I would like to start it. I've taken it all out and prepared it. So it is a Marichka, isn't it? Oh my God. Yeah, oh, you know, I just had a blank. Twilight Reflections, it's beautiful, I love that. Full coverage, and these are all the threads. Some lovely colours there. So I have all the threads, and it is stitched on, I'm thinking it could possibly be an 18 count aider. I would like to grid this aider, so I might want to do that before I start. So that's another one, my Marichka. Is a possible start. You know, it all depends how I feel. Do I feel like starting a full coverage or not? So, you know, kind of see how I go. Now the next one, it was in the naughty corner, but it's come out, so it's okay. It's Dimensions Gold Collection Antique Santa Tree. Started this in January of 2024, and I changed the fabric over to an 18 count sandstone opalescent, and I'm using all the kit threads. It's come out of the naughty corner. It's been behaving quite well, although I haven't worked on it. So I'd just like to continue on this Santa that I had to unpick a few times and just work my way down. That's so cute, isn't it? So that's another possible kit that I can work on. I will take all the kits with me, by the way. I've got room in the caravan to place them in there, so I will just take them all, and that way I can just draw upon which one I feel like stitching on. Now this is Marichka Christmas Carol. Yes, that's a cute one. I'm working on him. I've finished her, and I'm working on that boy with the hat at the moment. I think I will definitely work on this one. It's still in the hoop, so I might just leave it there. So that's where I'm up to. So I'm going to continue working on the boy, and I'm going to finish his hat, and I've got all of these. You see how I've got the stars and all of that? I'm going to finish all of that off as well. It's coming along really well. They just need a bit more, they do need a bit more love. I tend to go towards my patterns. I realise I love working on patterns that I kit up myself, but you know, these kits are still beautiful. Nothing wrong with them at all. So the next one is Olga Gostin's Australian Heritage Architecture. Now there's a lady at the Big Stitch Retreat who was working on this. She actually finished it, and she showed it on the on Instagram. It looks so fantastic, and I went to see it. I said, oh my God, I'm stitching on that too. Yours looks so good. And she was nearly finished. Oh, it was so good to see. It's good to see when someone's stitching on the same thing as you are. This is really crease because it's just a fabric that tends to crease quite easily. So that's where I'm up to now. So I have finished everything that's on this side, so I'm just going to work my way across there. Now with the gates, it did say to use one thread, but I felt that you just couldn't see it, and in real life you can see the gates. They're not such a thin metal, so I just didn't feel like it was really true to life, so I used 2 strands, and I feel that's turned out a lot better. So that's another one that I will stitch on. And the next one I had started and I stopped because I didn't like the 18 count gridded fabric. I felt the lines were a little bit off and it was really throwing me off. And this is Gecko Rouge by the Medusa doll maker, and it's Poppy Witch. I don't think Gecko Rouge now have this in stock, but I do believe she has her own website or Etsy store. I'm not too sure. So that's the one that I would like to restart. My partner bought this as a birthday present a couple of years ago, actually. Do I have it? I don't have anything there. Sorry, but my zip is stuck. It's actually the charm that's stuck in there. Oh dear. Oh, I got it. I think I have it. Yeah, the charm is stuck in between the zipper. Okay, so I have this now ready. I have gridded the fabric. The fabric's all ready to go. It's in a hoop. I have no excuse. And these are all the threads for it. So I plan to start this. I've been wanting to start it for a while, restart it. So it's possible that I will restart this once again. Now I'm going to pause for a moment because my partner's ready to go to work and I would like to say goodbye to him. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. My partner has left to go to work. He's doing a late evening shift tonight, and I've shown you all of my WIPS. I've spoken about my plans for the month of June, and remember, my plans can change. They are just plans, so just letting you know. You know, that is a possibility. What I would like to talk to you about now is something that I was watching Judy from an Aussie in a Kiwi world. I watch her all the time. She's just wonderful. I love what she stitches on. So if you haven't watched her, please head over. But she spoke about something which actually really resonated with me, and I thought I would just like to pass this on to my viewers as well. And she spoke about how friends come and go, which they do. And I know friends, and I believe that there is always a purpose why people come into our lives. It's to help us at that moment. We have some friends for life, and we have some friends that come and go. And and that's okay. And I completely understand that. But she spoke about this on Facebook. There's this gentleman who was talking about a friend of his, and she had mentioned to him that she was actually going through a really difficult time, and he said, "Why didn't you tell me?" And apparently she said, "But I did. I tried to a few times." He said, "But I don't remember." And he's holding his phone, and she said, "I asked you over for dinner a few times." And sure enough, she did. But he said, "But that's what you do all the time. So I didn't interpret that as a time that you needed me because I wouldn't be there." So what they decided to do is use a special phrase, is "let's talk for 8 minutes." Because in 8 minutes, you can talk about more than you actually think. And we say 8 minutes, but it can be longer. And it's just something that I think is a good phrase. So, as you know, because quite often people try to reach out and you don't really understand that they're reaching out to you because they're having a difficult moment in their life. So, let's talk for 8 minutes is just a wonderful way to do it. It's something that you can mention it to your friends or your family if they ever need you. Just so you understand that they do need to talk to you, is just use the phrase "let's talk for 8 minutes." And I will try and link the Facebook page in my drop down box. I'll try to. Hopefully that'll work. So I just thought that was really lovely. So thank you, Judy, for bringing that up. It's just something that I think sometimes we need a reminder about how people do need, may need us at some stage in their life. And I think that's just a wonderful way to go about it. So, all right, that's, life plans, I kind of told you what I've done for May. So May's pretty much was straightforward. I didn't do anything much except for stay at my daughter's house and go to Vic Stitch, but otherwise everything was just the norm. I'm going to go now to my acquisitions. So this will be a bit longer. I do have quite a few acquisitions. I bought a few things at the Vic Stitch retreat and then just generally as well. So if this is something you like, please stay on and yeah, keep stitching. Grab another coffee or another tea. If you're not really interested in purchase, I thank you so much for watching me up to this point, and I really hope that you do come back. All right, I'm going to start with what I received at the Vic Stitch retreat. So we all received this little bag of goodies and it was so nice. So I'm just going to quickly go through what we received. So we received just a tissue holder, that's it there. We received some threads from Silks for You. Aren't they beautiful? They are my colours. So we received that. So we thank you, Silks for Thread, for providing us that. And we also, I'm going to take this out. Once Upon a Needle Minder gave us that, and that's her details just there. That was part of it as well. And I love all these goodies. I love getting little, it's like opening up presents all the time. We received a needle minder, which I've just left in here until I showed you. And this beautiful card. Now I do have a photo of the lady who makes it. I'm going to see if I can find her details in here because I can't remember offhand what her name is. I hope I have it here. No, I don't think I do. We also received Cascade House, a stranded silk, colour 4710. So we received that. And Cascade House is the name. I think there's some details there. So we received that as well. And, oh, that's right, we received 2 from Cascade House. Well, I've ended up with 2. So whether they gave us 2 or I ended up with 2, I'm not entirely sure. So that was the lovely gifts that we all received. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to pop that aside. And we are going to move on to acquisitions. Now, these are the things, this is what I got from Vic Stitch. I also went to the freebie table and picked up a couple of patterns that I thought I would use. But I'll start with my fabric. Now, this is from PaddockLaneDesigns. Well, she's one of my favourite dyers. This is 18 count. And it's called 18 count Ada, that is, and it's called Royal Jester. Look at this. This is one of her new colour ranges. Oh my God, I fell in love with this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Fold it in half. There. It's got some blues, it's got some green, it's got some like a tan colour. It's just gorgeous. Oh, as soon as I saw that, I said, I need that. So she had like a range from this colour, and this is from the similar range, and this is called Royal Prince, and it's also an 18 count Ada. Can you see the blues and the browns, and wow, I just love that. So I bought that from PaddockLaneDesigns. I bought, and this is from Daisy Chain Stitchery, that's right. So I bought the blue flower, can you see that? It's a bit of clear. So I bought that one there. I love the colours in that. I'd love to stitch that. I have another one of theirs too that could be a companion piece. And I've fallen in love with this designer, the Artsy Housewife. I love her colours. I love that. And I'm thinking, so I bought two. I bought Grace and I bought Peace. And I would like to stitch them together, side by side on the same piece of paper, on the same piece of fabric, but I won't add the words to it, Grace or Peace. I'm going to actually remove that. But oh, she's so clever. That's so well done. I really, really love those patterns. Okay, this is from the freebie table, and a lady there, actually, we were talking about some of the designs that I was working on, and I was also stitching on Another Year Creeps By, and she said, do you like creepy? I said, well, I don't actually like creepy, but I love pretty creepy, where it's actually has a feminine beauty to it, but it's creepy, not gory creepy. So she said, there's something that I think you might like on the freebie table, and she went and picked it up. I thought, oh yeah, I love that. That is so pretty. And you can use any thread, any fabric. So, but it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it'd just be small. It's actually 340 by 425. So it's quite a big one. And it's by Colour Cascade, which no longer are trading. But that, nevertheless, that is beautiful. So thank you for that. And Laura from I Stitch Birds. Now I'm trying to see, that all belongs together. She asked me if this is something that I would stitch, and I said absolutely, thank you very much. And this is by it's Italian. It's, well, no, actually that's in French. Who is the designer? Why can't I see it? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I thought that was really pretty, and I love that. It's something that I would definitely do. So thank you, Laura, for that. I picked up a koala biscornu because, you know, I like biscornus. And this is definitely something that I will do. So I've picked up that one there. That's really pretty. I will do that one. Wild Violet cross stitch, and this is from the Medagon 2019 retreat. Yeah, koala biscornu. Really like that. We'll do that one. I actually didn't realise, because it was the first retreat as such where they had a freebie table, I thought, oh gee, I could have bought some patterns as well, but next time I'll be better prepared, and I'll actually bring some patterns that I no longer plan to stitch. And I bought this one here. I thought, oh, I don't mind this one. This is really pretty, and it's by Rosewood Manor. And it's called Wilkerman, designed by Karen Kluber. Isn't that pretty? You know, once again, I just love these designs. That's so beautiful. And she's got this version of it as well with the alphabet. But wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's right up my alley. So I was so excited when I found that on the freebie table. That was really, really good to get. That doesn't need to go back in a bag. And I also purchased this one, the Stony Creek Miracles Happen. It's called Faith. Miracles Happen Every Day. And that's a good companion piece to put next to the other one that I started. Isn't that beautiful? Excuse me. So I purchased this one as well at the retreat. Now, I'm not going to have everything listed down below because I have just far too many things to list. There's just a few things I'll list. If there is anything that you would like more information on, please just contact me, ask me. I'll be more than happy to take a look and give you all the information. There's just too many purchases, just too many WIPs. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to put down, you know, Flosstubers that I've mentioned, of course, because I really am strong on, you know, giving them a name, and also the Let's Talk for 8 Minutes. I want to try and link that Facebook as well. So otherwise, yeah, today I'm not going to. All right, moving on. Now, our Spotlight, which sells, our Spotlight sells everything. It sells haberdashery, sells curtains, it sells crafty things, everything. They were having a special sale. And with that, I bought just a whole lot of DMC. So in actual fact, my DMC probably worked out to cost 50 cents, 50 AUD, which I think is pretty good. So I was happy with that. Now the next thing I want to show you, now this lovely lady, she didn't want her name mentioned, but you know who you are. And we were talking about stitching samplers on Ada, and I said, you know what, I know I only stitch on Ada because I can't see linen anymore, but samplers need to be stitched on linen. That's my preference, but I can't stitch on linen anymore. I used to stitch in hand, and this lady, Margaret, who's, oh, I did say her name, sorry. This lovely lady sitting next to me said, try these on, and I popped them on my glasses. So what they do, these are a magnet clip magnifiers, and they come in different strengths, okay? And I bought these from 123 Stitch, but you can actually buy them in other places. So that is what it looks like. This is a +2. You just open them up. They clip onto your glasses. So when you're looking down, that bit is, oh, that looks a bit sightly seeing my face, is magnified. And she said, try these. So she popped them on my glasses, and another lady gave me her linen, and I was like, oh my God, I can actually see it. I can actually see the linen using this. And I was just so excited. And I said to her, where have you been all my life? So I went and bought these straight away, and I said, I've bought these, I'm going to use these. I am so excited. I can stitch on my linen again using these. Well, it was just like the best thing that happened to me. So I bought those, and I bought some linen as well. Yes, I bought linen. So exciting. So let me show you what I bought. So my first shop was at number 112 Stitch Co, and I bought a couple of linens from her. So she's on Etsy. She's got some lovely linen. So number 112 Stitch Co, and this is called Decrepit, and it's a 32 count. And I just wanted a nice neutral. There. Just look at those colours, just beautiful faint colours. And when I tried it on with the glasses, like, yeah, I can see it now. I can actually stitch on linen. It's just wonderful. I'm so excited. And I also bought Valentine pink because I love pink. I just love pink. I am going to find something to stitch on pink. Yeah, I never used to be a pink person, and now I just love pink. So I bought those two from number 2 Stitch Co. And I bought that from number 2 Stitch Co. It's just a very, yeah, it's just really, just a small, it's like a leaflet. There, that's what it looks like. So I bought that. And I also bought Blackbird's design, My Dear Hearts. And you know what I really liked about it? Actually was that love heart pillow. And I think that they are the two. Yeah, they are the two. But that's really pretty too. I don't know that I'd stitch it on that fabric, but that's lovely. I love those colours. So that was the first purchase of linen. Oh no, sorry, I have another one from 123 Stitch Co. Sorry, it was sitting down here. I thought I purchased 3. Now this one's called Ice Rose, and I've gone pink again, but this is just a lighter coloured pink. And I almost thought that, I'm just wondering if those pinks would show up on here, maybe not. Or they might be better off on here, where it's a darker pink. It's all right, I'll play around with it and I'll have a look and decide what I'm going to do. So I bought those, and I also received, excuse me while I pick this up, from 123 Stitch. Now this was for the Mirabilia Fairy Flora, and you might remember that I ordered another blue fabric, but I felt it was just a little bit too dark for what I was thinking of. This is perfect. I'm happy with this. This is called, it's a 16 count Ada, and it's called Ariel by Picture This Plus. Now I bought a big one because she's quite long. So I will cut this into a narrow strip. So that's it there. It's a beautiful blue. I'm really happy with that. I will restart Fairy Flora. I know it's hard to really get that beautiful blue to show up on a camera, but trust me, it is a beautiful blue. So that's from 123 Stitch. And oh, I do have another fabric, but I've popped it away. Okay, I bought for my GGR the letter S. I actually bought a 32 count linen to stitch that on, but that's away. I'll show you that next time. We don't have to worry about it. Now the next thing I bought from Amazon is I bought a couple of pair of scissors. I've already taken one out to use and to try, and wow, I love them. So I bought blue and green. They both came with 2 of these, they call them sheaves, 2 of these each, which is really, I think, very generous. I wanted a small pair of scissors. The ones I've been using, I've had 4 decades, and they are starting to get a bit blunt. I'm noticing it, and I wanted something very sharp. Now these are curved, okay, but the other ones that I'm using are straight. The pink ones are straight, the green ones are curved. So I bought them both. You can probably hear my dog walking up and down. She's been a bit clingy today, and she gets like that sometimes. What's the matter, chica? So great purchase on Amazon. They were probably the better priced ones. So, and I get free postage with that. So I purchased that. I also received my thread club from A Stitch in Time. So I receive this every month. Let me show you what colours I received this month, because I'm just trying to build up my stash of classic colour works. All right, so we have Used Brick. That's a nice colour. Nice colour for a house even. Tyler Boy Blue. Tuft Yellow. Tropical Paradise. Love the sound of that. That's a nice tone. Trail Dust. And Tomatillo. I think that's how you pronounce it. So they are my monthly classic colour works from A Stitch in Time. I also purchased 3 kits. Did I need 3 kits? No. I've been selling a lot of my kits and kind of revising what I have. And like I said, I've moved to one alcove. There's a couple more that I'm going to sell. And I think I have pretty much everything that I truly, truly want to keep. So the first one I purchased was the Magic Needle, and this is called Entrance to a Garden. I just really love the colours and all of that. It almost looks magical. That's why I bought it. I can't show you the back because the pattern's on the back, but it comes with 14 counts Wide Aida, gamma threads, and the Aida is, I think it's a cream colour. Yeah, the Aida is a cream colour. So yeah, that's really pretty. So I bought that on eBay. And I bought this on Stash Unload, the Aussie Stash Unload. When I saw it, I thought, wow, this is beautiful. Look at that. I love those colours in there. So this is a Lynart, and it's called Fuchsia in Watercolour. Absolutely gorgeous. And I can show you the back. That's the back. And it's stitched on... It is a linen, and I'm almost thinking maybe 28 count. And hold on, is there something? 30 count. 30 count linen. You can just see it there. Aren't those colours gorgeous? So definitely had to have that one from Stash Unload. And I also bought from this one's from eBay. And it's Lynart, and it's called Dahlias in Close Up. That's pretty. Now this one here is 25 by 25. How big is this one here? All right, this one here is a 49 by 39, so it's bigger. And this one is a 25 by 25, so it's a square. And it is stitched on a 14 count Aida and 100% cotton. Lovely colours. I'll use that fabric, I won't change it. That's lovely. Really happy with that. Now, I purchased from 123 Stitch, and mind you, I've had this sitting in my wish list for a really long time. I'm not going to start these until I finish my Rosewood Manor that I'm currently working on, which is Turkish Delight. So once that's finished, I will start one of these. And I bought Sunset because I just love the colours. The colours are just absolutely amazing, and I have some great fabric that I can use for this. So that's Sunset by Rosewood Manor. Just look at those colours. Aren't they delicious? Absolutely delicious colours. And I bought Sunrise. Once again, I have just the right fabric for it. Beautiful colours. Love, love. So I thought I'm just going to buy them because, you know what, if one day they go out of print, or I can only find one and I can't find the other. So I made the choice just to buy them, put them aside, and when I'm ready to stitch on them, I will. But I do want to finish my other Rosewood Manor. I think just stitching one at a time is enough for me. All right, so moving on. Now, I did talk to you about my new start. Now, let me see if I can find it. Okay, I'm just going to move a few things around here so that they don't fall. Oh, by the way, number 12 Stitch Co sent me these. I thought, wow, they're so cute. Look, you can put them on your projects. Oh, they're gorgeous. I love that. I will use those. So this is pretty much almost a square. Okay, slightly off, but almost. So what I'm thinking, now I'm stitching this on 18 count Aida. I did work out the size. It's a 99 by 91 stitch count. I purchased this from Spotlight. I've been trying to remove that silly sticker that they put there. And I also purchased, well, they were smart and I put the sticker on the back this time. And I purchased this one here. I plan to use one of these. I'm almost thinking this one here. I have a beautiful wood stain, so I want to keep this natural like the earth. and have this on a magnet so I can change it around and then just hang it up here. So my plan is just to stain this and keep the wood grain so you can see it, and mount the cross stitch on a board with the backing and everything, make it really pretty and add magnets to it. I would like to do a tutorial. I have an overhead camera now, overhead tripod thing, so that I can actually position it on the table and show you what I'm doing. So that's the plan. Once I have completed my cross stitch, which won't take long by the way, I have ordered some comic card from Temu. So I'm waiting for that. They're usually pretty good. So I'll use that as my backing. I'm going to select some nice fabric as the background. I would like to embellish it as well. So I'm going to look at the laces, the ribbons, the things that I have. I've got lots of magnets, so that's not a problem. I've also purchased a glue gun because I think a glue gun in this case is important. It just kind of helps the process a lot more. So watch out for that Flosstube extra about mounting a cross stitch on a board, I suppose. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but we'll think of something. So that is it. You've seen everything that I have to show you for the month of May. And as I said, my plans is to stitch on kits this month and the other two projects. Don't know how many I'll stitch on, but I will just like to try and make some progress on them. Going away with the caravan on a lovely long trip. So really looking forward to that. So until then, don't forget, talk to someone for 8 minutes. Make sure that they're okay and everything is well. And until next time, take care. Bye.